the other mothers. We're part of a group called Every Life Counts. And I'm going to tell you about my daughter Leodin, who was protected by the 8th Amendment. In 2014, I found out I was pregnant. It was unplanned, but it was very, very welcome. And we decided at our 20-week scan that we would find out if we were having a blue or a pink. We were so excited, and the midwife was scanning for a long time, and I didn't care because I could see my little baby, and she was kicking and chewing her fingers and so happy in there. And I was in awe. It was amazing. The midwife then said to me, "Your baby seems to have a problem with her feet." And I just said, "Not worried. What kind of problem?" And she said both her feet seemed to have talipes, which she explained was club feet. I'm ashamed to say that my first thought was, oh no, she'll have to wear horrible shoes. Followed by, I know that can be easily fixed with physio or an operation. She carried on scanning, and I was not worried about her little feet that I thought we could get fixed. Then she said there was a problem with her cord, and it only has 2 vessels instead of 3. Again, my brain thought, she's fine. We got this far. I'm 23 weeks. If she needs to be born soon, she'll be absolutely fine. To be honest, I thought the midwife was being picky. So again, I said, that's fine. I'll still take her like that. She'll do me the finest. She looked at me and she said, "Vicky, it looks like there might be a genetic problem with your baby." And this is when her worried look hit home that this was serious. I then asked her what we were having, what was my baby, and she said a girl. So there and then we named her Leodin. It turns out Leodin had trisomy 18, which is Edwards syndrome, and it is life-limiting. This was such a scary time. I knew nothing about this condition, and of course I Googled it and saw images that terrified me even more. A top consultant here in Dublin said that our only option was to pop to England. Ending Leodin's life was never an option for us. She was our daughter. She was our daughter, she was our granddaughter, she was a baby sister, she was a niece, and she was a cousin. How could we not give her a chance to show us how far she come? Doesn't everyone deserve that chance? I think about how my older children would have felt if I had ended Leodin's life. What would that have taught them about life, love, family? Would they have thought if they ever got really sick or had to go into a wheelchair, would I give up on them? No, I wouldn't, and I wouldn't give up on Leodin. The 8th Amendment protects mothers as well as babies. I'm not going to lie to you. At times I felt I couldn't take another day of not knowing how things were going to turn out. I was feeling bitter. Why would this happen to me? My baby, my family. She was so wanted. She didn't deserve not to live. On these days, my bad days, the 8th protected me. They protected me and they protected Leodin, because I worry that if a doctor offered to end her life when I was that distressed, would I have done it? Would I have given in to that distress? The 8th protected us. We need to protect the 8th. This is why we have to do everything we can to protect the 8th Amendment. If the 8th Amendment is repealed, the dynamic of care will change. It will become about cost. How much do these babies cost for scans and to help and for the mothers to give birth naturally? How much will that cost? Our hospitals are businesses. They're run with costs and budgets. And this is what will happen. Different doctors, as much as I respect them, have different opinions. Some are pro-life, some are all for abortion. They will have different opinions, and they will give their patients that different opinion. I was very lucky my consultant in Waterford seemed to be pro-life. He'd never tell me that, but he was. He told me, come out of work, take your maternity, enjoy her, love her, spend time with her, make memories, take her places. And this is what a consultant said to me. If we lose the protection of the eighth, women will be talked into ending their babies' lives at a time that they can't think straight, at a time that they're so distressed that they don't know what to do. We have been brought up to believe that doctors know everything. In times like this, when you know nothing and a doctor is telling you the best decision is to do this, it's going to push women, and the women are going to suffer. The 8th Amendment protects babies like my precious little girl, because Liadhan's life to write was not my choice. She had her own rights as a human being, and her illness did not make her illness didn't make her any less important or loved. Abortion is not pro-choice. I refuse to say it's anything to do with choice. It's not choice. If anything, it takes away whatever choices are there. We have choices by keeping our babies alive. We can choose to cherish them and honour them and have them as part of our much-loved families. Ending a life isn't a choice, it's a decision that takes away every single choice. When I think of Liadhan, I take comfort in the fact that she lived her life with love, care and dignity. She was born weighing 2 pounds. She had eyelashes that you wouldn't see in a MAC makeup shop. She had black curly hair, and she looked really grumpy. I never caused Liadhan any harm, and she never caused me any harm. She was as loved as much as my other children. She is my bright star. She has changed me for the better. She's had a massive impact on my life and people around me. She's given me a brand new outlook. We also have another Every Life Counts mum of Lily. Lily, in the womb, was diagnosed with a serious heart condition, and they were advised to terminate. Isn't she beautiful? She's a star. Lily's parents said, no, we won't terminate. Lily was born. She had minor heart surgery. And there she is, perfect, happy, healthy, and loved. One moment can change a day. One day can change a life. And one life can change a world. Every life counts. Woo!
Give it up for Vicky Wall and Every Life Counts.